Happy Wednesday and welcome to Joburgtv News. I'm Gail Forsyth with your top stories this morning. Motsoaledi defends doctors after baby born decapitated. Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi has defended doctors who attended to a Boksburg mother whose baby's head was separated from its body during birth. Questions were asked about why doctors didn't perform a C-section after deciding the child who had severe abnormalities was unlikely to survive. 19-year-old Kagiso Gatla accuses Tambo Memorial Hospital of medical negligence. During labor, only her baby boy's head came out, having been separated from his body. Motsoaledi says doctors have good reasons for the medical decisions they take, but he's also waiting for an internal report he requested from the Gauteng Health Department. Gauteng Premier David Makhura, along with the MEC for Infrastructure Development, Jacob Mamabolo, attended a SOD turning ceremony of the University of South Africa's new learning center. The center was built on land donated by the Gauteng provincial government, as announced by Premier Makhura during the State of the Province address in February. Precious Mola has more on this.
Gauteng provincial government, alongside the Department of Infrastructure Development, has today handed over a piece of land to University of South Africa for the purpose of building a learning center in the inner city at Corner Peaks, Liseme Street and Commissioner Street at a sword-turning ceremony. Speaking at the ceremony today, MEC of Infrastructure Development Jacob Mamabolo said this is part of the Rapid Land Release Program, which is aimed at making land available to impact the economy and the quality of life.
Is that we are releasing provincial government-owned land, which is the piece of land where we are, this whole parking area space. We are today releasing it to the University of South Africa.
Gauteng Premier David Makhura says they have already started the process of making available unutilized government buildings in Tshwane, also in Johannesburg, for the development of universities and student accommodations.
We've also started a process of making available unutilized government buildings in the city of Johannesburg and in the city of Tshwane, but we are extending to the south of our province, where we have the VUT, the Vaal University of Technology.
Meanwhile, UNISA Principal and Vice Chancellor Professor Mandla Makhanya says processes for the building of the new learning center are currently underway and they are expecting construction to start as early as the beginning of 2020.
The numbers of students that we're talking about is consistently expanding. So this is the investment that in our view is critical, because the younger generation cannot be expected to succeed if they simply just wake up at their own homes.
However, he says they cannot yet commit to the expected date for the completion of the project. It is expected that the university will build a 6-story facility at the leased land. I'm Precious Mola, Joburgtv News, Johannesburg.
And now time for your sports updates with Dr. Hatim Charlie.
Hatim Charlie with your sports news. Kevin Anderson reaches the 4th round of the Masters. Stormers loses to the Hurricanes, and Bafana return home after a brilliant victory over Libya. South Africa's Kevin Anderson got a straight set win yesterday in the 3rd round of the Miami Open. This comes after he was up against Portugal's João Sousa, who he beat. 6th place Anderson hit 13 aces in a 6-4, 7-5 victory. The South African will next face Jordan Thompson in the 4th round, who also won after beating 24th seeded Grigor Dimitrov 7-5 and 7-5, making it to the 4th round of the ATP Masters 1000 event for the first time. The Stormers went head-to-head with the Hurricanes in Wellington and were successfully defeated 34-28. Robbie Fleck's men will next take on the Bulls in Eden Park, New Zealand. The Bulls have already won 2 games in a row, so the Stormers have to work extra hard in order to make it. And lastly, on a high note, Bafana returns home today. This comes after Baxter and his men were in Tunisia, where they were in a heated match up against Libya for a point to qualify for the AFCON that takes place in Egypt this year. The boys didn't disappoint as they worked hard and secured themselves a point. Joburgtv was at the OR Tambo International Airport to welcome them back.
The guys are happy, the mood is okay in the team. It's just that they're a bit tired from the traveling, but the positive, there's a lot of positives in the team.
This is the plan now going forward, preparing for this tournament.
Well, it'll be monitoring and assessing the players at their clubs. It'll be visits, and it'll be looking obviously at the group and getting intelligence on the people that we're going to play against. And then it's just going to be the same as usual.
That's all from the sports desk.
Over to your traffic and weather updates.
Thank you, Gail. It's an exciting morning and looking at traffic. In Melrose on the M1 road, there's police checkpoint and expect heavy traffic towards the College Drive exit. Florida Lake on the Main Reef Road, traffic lights are not working at Herbert Road and pointsmen are on duty. And now with your weather updates this morning. Johannesburg is at 23 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Pretoria at 25 degrees Celsius. Midrand also at 23 degrees Celsius, and Lati Centon is experiencing a maximum of 24 degrees Celsius. That is it from the traffic and weather updates. Back to you, Abigail.
And that's it from me and the rest of the team. Catch your next bulletin at midday. Goodbye.